Hey everyone, struggling with procrastination can be so frustrating. Maybe there is something that you want to get done, but something is holding you back from getting started. And maybe you start getting mad at yourself and you can't figure out how to change. Take you where you belong. Steve Scott, who wrote the book How to Stop Procrastinating, says that something called mini habits can help you to overcome procrastination when it comes to things that you do repeatedly, because they can remove the resistance that you feel when it comes to starting a difficult or time-consuming task. Mini habits work because they eliminate motivation from the equation. So if you have a hard time getting started with something, this may be something that you want to try. There is a book by Stephen Guise called Mini Habits, and in it the author describes how mini habits are a strategy for building habits by starting with ridiculously small actions. The key behind mini habits is to lower the barrier to entry for new habits, making them easier to start and sustain. Guys suggest setting a minimum daily requirement for each habit so that it is so small that it feels effortless. So for example, if your goal is to exercise, you can start by doing just one push-up per day. The idea is that you are making it so easy that it's difficult to come up with an excuse for not doing it. And then once that push-up becomes a habit, that is when you increase the number to 2, and then you increase it to 3, and so on. And then before you know it, you're at 20 push-ups per day. If you have a goal of decluttering your house, you could decide to get rid of one item per day, even if it's just a sock, and then gradually increase that number. If you want to get into the habit of reading, read 1 page per day. If you're trying to get into the habit of cleaning your house every day, set your timer for just 1 minute and get started.
What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? All I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while?
Once you have your mini habits defined, it's time to incorporate them into your planner. So maybe you want to have a separate page that's devoted to tracking your mini habit, like a habit tracker. Or what I personally like to do is to track it within the weekly spread, because I don't want to have to flip to a separate page in my planner. So I just create a separate section, and either maybe that's like at the top or the bottom of the page, depending upon which part of the day that I want to work on that habit. I will put a checkbox and put the mini habit that I'm working on. If you want to apply this to something like using your planner, you can take this concept where you are making it extremely simple and easy. So maybe that's just write one task in your planner to work on per day. And you're really just getting into the habit of looking at your planner and completing a task, and then just eventually start adding more tasks and scheduled items from there. A lot of times when it comes to getting something done, the hardest thing is just getting started. The philosophy behind mini habits is that these small actions create momentum. And then once the habit is established, it becomes easier to increase the intensity or duration. So by starting with a ridiculously small habit, you overcome the resistance that often prevents people from getting started on their goals. If you want to see more ideas about how to prevent procrastination, watch this video next, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!
What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene?